Two, one. Welcome to the podcast of disaster. I'm your host, JCR 1216, and joining me is my co-host.
Fun Floof the cartoon.
And we have a very chaotic episode today for you.
Very much so, because it's all about Chaotix.
Yeah. Chaotix is 30 years old, which means it's old enough to be your father.
That was definitely a metaphor to use.
Yeah. Because people like calling Vector daddy on my timeline for some reason. I don't know why. But let's just begin with the review before we question more of our sanity.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
So, Knuckles Chaotix. No, wait, no, not 30 years old. We have to go 30 years in the future. Chaotix's 30th anniversary special, because 30 years ago, Knuckles Chaotix came out. However, this is mainly focusing on Vector, Espio, and Charmy.
Yep. To me, one thing I do want to get out of the way is the art. The art in this comic was beautiful.
Yes. Chaotic. So I will just because I really like to do this sort of thing whenever talking about the comics. Chaotix's 30th anniversary special was written by Daniel Barnes, and all of the artwork were done by Tracy Yardley, Mato Fonseca, Ryan Jampol, and Minnow Kim, with colors by Reggie Graham and letters by Ed Dukeshire. Seeing Tracy Yardley stuff in Sonic is just always just a great time. He is the Sonic comic guy, as much as he is a comic guy in a lot of other series he has worked on. But like Sonic is just synonymous with Tracy's work. It's just, you think of the comics. I mean, he was there from the beginning for IDW. He and Ian both started working with each other for the first time on Archie, literally at the same time. Like, it's impossible to think of the comics without Tracy. Though maybe there will come a time where the comics, maybe who knows what other projects I worked on, but it's like Tracy isn't always there for everything. This is the first time he has worked on the comic since, as far as I can remember, 900th Adventure. I believe that's just in terms of the. No. Excuse me. The last time he had worked on the comics in particular was, I believe I'm looking at Endless Summer, actually.
Yeah, I know it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Yardley was attached to this, I'm like, I thought they were done working with him because it's been like years.
No, I'm remembering it now. He has done cover artworks here and there. His most recent stuff, I believe, was issue 75 at the end of the Phantom Riders arc. But yeah, Tracy has been kind of off a bit from Sonic. Again, he's working on other things. I know the guy has a family. He's taking things one step at a time and such, which is good on him. But yeah, no, it's nice to see his stuff again. And with that, just his stuff paired with Reggie Graham's coloring, because like Reggie has like the most I believe the word is saturated colors that I've seen in the comic. It's like it's good. It's really good. And then since we're still talking about the artwork, we can move on. Mato Fonseca's Sin City reference for Vector's side of the story. Oh man, never seen something like this in a Sonic comic, but it's like, yeah, no, that's fire.
Yeah,
it's hard to look at from some other viewers, but it's like I just really like it. It's like, yeah, this is totally how Vector would see him and the crew.
Yeah, I love the fact that this kind of like pays homage. Like, I feel like this kind of reminds people that the Chaotix are in fact detectives. I know it got brought up in Crossworlds and like it's like, but I feel like people forget that especially Vector, or as more as like gag characters, and that they forget that they actually have like a job and like they do this stuff.
Yeah.
Especially with Vector, because he was the only one that appeared in Boom. I still find it weird that Vector appeared in Boom.
I mean, what's hard to understand? Vector appeared in Boom, and nothing else.
I'm just surprised they didn't include Charmy or Espio.
I mean, they can only do so much with certain characters. I mean, look what they could only do with Shadow at the time. So this just makes sense. But hey, we're not worrying about that right now. We're worrying about the fact that these guys had to take up orders from an old archaeologist to tend to his museum after being next on the list of a master thief, which we will now be going on to more of the artwork that was shown off for Espio's part. So SBO's part actually is very interesting because this is the first time Ryan Jampol is on interiors for a Sonic comic for IDW Sonic. Um, Ryan Jampol has always been on cover artworks, and oh, excuse me.
And seeing
Uh,
him do stuff inside the comic where we get to see more of his style was really nice. I love, out of all of the colorizations, I did love SBO's the most because it just felt so SBO, if that makes sense.
mhm. Yeah, no. So I am looking at it now and everything. The last time he had worked, yeah, the last time Ryan had worked on interiors for Sonic was Archie Sonic. I believe the latest one, it's looking to be an off panel from issue 288. But in terms of like the main series and everything, I believe I am looking at um let's see, Free Comic Book Day 2015, maybe, I believe. He was Ryan was mainly on Sonic Boom and the Mega Man crossover stuff.
That long
For both,
ago.
yeah, Worlds Collide and Worlds Unite.
I
That was
was
mainly
nine
on
years old.
Ryan.
I was 9 years old in 2015, by the way.
Well, yeah, and then yeah, he had mainly done other cover artworks and such. Really, really neat stuff. Really, really. So yeah, it's just nice to see that he's actually doing like actual interiors and stuff. I may have missaid that was the first time on a Sonic comic. No, no, no. He did Archie stuff, but this is his first time doing the inside of an IDW Sonic comic. And boy, did he deliver with SBO's fight with Enigma. Because oh my gosh, this is cool. Like it definitely feels like an attempted style of Italo Toyota's Sonic comics from Sonic Channel, but also like it's Ryan's own flair as well as probably some other homages that I can't seem to recall at the moment. I'm so sorry. My comic knowledge is both a wide range and limited at the same time. But
I
this
think
was
that's
really
how people
cool.
describe my dating pool.
Huh?
I think that's how some people describe my dating pool.
Wow. Just wow, man. But yeah, no, the Kunai versus Kopesh's fight, and then Enigma pulling up with was it Onk Edge Kunai themselves? Like, wow, nah, that's fun. That is fun. I love like this was just like this is just like oh my gosh, yeah, yeah, I don't know what to say. I think I was gonna say something along the lines of like Japanese inspired fighter versus Egyptian inspired fighter, and it's like yeah, but it's like man, just wow. And then it's like a lot of the stuff in the story really had me going. It's like oh wow, it's like it's just as funny. Also, shout out to Tracy's one part as well. After SBO talks about his part, nah, the Sonic and Amy, their disappearing silhouettes. Nah,
That was
that is
funny.
some good comedy. That's what I like
Visual
to
reference
see in
humor.
Sonic.
Yeah, the visual reference humor in this was pretty fun because there was also that the meme of like Sonic's like eye sticking out in the darkness.
Oh, but it's Amy doing it. Nah, that's beautiful. That is a meme in official content. It's just look, at the very least, I can tolerate it when it's like internal Sonic memes, Like I can tolerate it when it's that. Like other memes, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. It's like, nah, when it's Sonic based, that works so well. Um,
Yeah,
um,
I love the
and speaking of,
comedy.
yeah,
Even
and then
though
oh my gosh,
yeah,
hold on, I do because we do have one more story to talk about, and that's Charmies. Um,
the little fella.
this this one was hilarious. I can't believe that this one is like visually real. Like all of the faces, all of like Charmy's kiddish dialogue and him like misspelling things and like all the faces and this. I think someone did say is like I guess is like Min's line artwork. It's real. It is good. It is good. I can see where he was going with it. It just felt a little bit too like pristine, I guess. Like I know they weren't going to go with like a sketch hog sort of situation for Charmy, but I feel like it could have like leaned a little bit more into the kid drawing esque um inspiration, I suppose. But like you already have like the goofy faces, the scribbled out of line crayon colorings, like it
Why
like
not
I
fully
think it
commit to
works
it?
well either way.
Yeah, I will say I think Charmy's was the funniest. SBO looked the coolest. Vector had like the best tone, but I think Charmy's was like the funniest because it's one, it's Charmy, and two, it was just really neat seeing all the different art styles that they went with for this.
It really is so cool, like getting to see all the artists. It's why I like 900th Adventure so much because all the artists get to have like their own flares to Sonic's Adventure, and now here here we are with more artists doing the same with the Chaotix, but now it's more based on like what the Chaotix would see themselves and such. It's just it really is fun. It's great. The visual gags, a lot of the design choices, it's great. And yeah, no, like everything holds up so well. Oh man. Talked about the artworks, I guess. Where do you want to take this?
I guess the story. I do like the fact that the museum was cool. I think Daniel Barnes, once again, did a really good job with his storytelling.
Like if people didn't have much of a reference like going into Daniel Barnes' stuff, but like, you haven't read Scrapneck Island yet in particular, it's like go read this and Scrapneck Island. They are both worth it. They really are. This especially, it's like you will get like the coolest moments with the characters out of this one, truly. And um trying to think of it now. It's like, okay, starting off with the part. Yeah, no, the Smithsonian Museum is really cool. I'm hoping to get some answers about like I'm fairly certain it's in the city where the Chaotix are from, but nothing aside from Vector's story hints at that. So it's like probably gonna have to ask a few questions to Danny when I get the chance. But it really is nice, and it's like, oh wow, we have this and Wonder Museum now from Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. So it's like, yes, more architecture and such.
Yeah. I will say though, that I like the fact that I think the three separate stories things for the one shot is cool. It kind of reminds me of of the Surge, like how we got the Knuckles story, then the Surge story, like that, yeah. Um. Anyways, that ending was something.
Oh man, yeah, it really was. Oh, like, okay, like it was just a twist on top of a twist. Like I actually wasn't considering the fact that Professor Valdez, I wasn't considering him to actually like be an antagonist himself. Like that actually threw me for a loop. Um, Even though it was humorously done through Charmy's dialogue. But oh, Enigma. Wow. And I was just celebrating it the morning it came out with two of my friends. Shout out to Pocket Scribs and Retchie C, where we were just celebrating that the Chaotix have a villain now. Like, that is amazing. Like, I was hoping that they would do that when Clutch came into the picture, when the Chaotix were getting involved. But then, well, we all know what happened to Clutch after Phantom Riders. But now they have Enigma, and that's like, yes. Like I want her to come back. I want them to have like, little scuffles here and there, not all the time, but definitely like a few scuffles every once in a while. Like she's gotten herself involved in somewhere the Chaotix seek her out. It's like, yeah, again, every once in a while, like she'll appear and they'll be on the case. But it is really nice. And heck, because in case some people don't know, Daniel Barnes confirmed that, or well, uh, she's we know her as Enigma, but she's referred to as Megany, as her uh, alias. Is that this is our first Jackal character since Infinite, which is really cool. Which shout out to all the people who didn't just stick with Infinite's color palette and actually made Jackals of different colors. Because like here is Megany for a new reference. Also, yeah, no, the ending. I'm sorry, I just really liked how the ending was. That the freaking nah. The Vector's moment there at the end. Uh,
Calling them out. Like, here's your card. Throws the
oh,
card.
I
That was cool. It was nice to see Vector Aura farm.
it's because I know that excuse me. It's just because I know uh uh Daniel Barnes, he posted it just recently. It's a Columbo reference, and that's so funny. And I know a friend of mine who I'm working with. I know that he is gonna be so. He probably already seen it already. I know that he's absolutely like reeling about it. It's like hell yeah. Um like no, it's like those funny things. And then the Charlie Brown reference with Amy. Come on,
Yeah,
that's
I
that's
that was hilarious. Amy was really fun in this one, as well.
she was like. I really don't mind it the fact that she had the whole. I really don't mind it the fact that she had like I don't know it. seemed a little like yeah, we had to wait until the comic came out, but it really was just humorous. Like she went through all that trouble for the museum, but she just wanted to spend time with Sonic. It was nice. It was just really nice and such. Um, aside from that, yeah, no, she was so funny in this one. Like this, we saw those glimpses and such when Evan was writing her in Phantom Riders, but now it's just like this I've missed this side of Amy. Like this is what I expect. And it's not as like over the top as you'd expect in Sonic X. It seems reasonable because like people will probably forget, like despite the fact that she's with Sonic, she's also friends with the Chaotix as well. Um but it's like, yeah, no, her almost slamming Espio with her Pico Pico hammer, her being her her being like annoyed over Charmy, like again, the CD face. It's like yes, 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 and yes. Okay, I'm done now.
Fine, man. It was overall, I would say this was a 8 out of 10 comic. What about you?
Yeah, no, I would definitely say that it was honestly a 9 out of 10 comic. Just like the only thing I'd have a gripe over is the fact that because we had the promo artwork. We had the promo artwork, right?
Yeah.
From Minokim, the poster, where um it showed the Chaotix, Valdis, Megany, Sonic and Amy, and then a bunch of those other characters that we see during Charmy's segment, and then the end segment when Valdis is run out of the Missonian. Um, I was honestly expecting that they were meant to have like a bigger role. We saw them, and then it was just that was it. I guess they really were just like miscellaneous background characters and staff and other things like that.
Yeah.
I do know that Minnow Kim, as we are recording this, Minnow Kim is meant to be. He said something about he was going to be posting some stuff. I know he does tend to post his work after a comic has come out, and if he does like happen to have like designs and names made for those characters, I would really appreciate it. Just because even though they didn't say anything, like their existence is appreciated. IDW Sonic can't fail with their background characters a majority of the time. It's yeah,
This do you think Enigma and them will be back in the future?
I think so. Just because despite the fact that Danny's stuff is self-contained and like it's meant to just be treated as like its own adventure away from the chronological order of IDW Sonic, he pretty much left it open for it to happen. So I'm really
Except this
hoping that
Enigma.
that Enigma does come back. Again, the fact that the Chaotix have a possible villain now, it's like that's the kind of stuff I like to see. And also like, there is a lot of emphasis on the many thieves of Sonic's world now. It's like we have Enigma, who was seeking out one specific thing, and we don't know if she's out for other things. We have Lunar now, and Lunar is a very special case that we'll find out more once we get issue 82 next month.
Are we
And
getting 2 issues next
uh,
month?
huh?
Are we getting 2 issues next month?
No, one per month. 82 in November and 83 in um, December.
I thought 83
And
got
then
moved to January.
uh, we there's some there may have been a few delays. There may have been a few delays.
Yeah. Well, we won't delay this episode any further unless there's anything else you want to say.
Aside from the fact is that people do not be worried because Danny has announced prior that he was signing on. He pretty much like signed to do more IDW Sonic. So do not expect to think that this is the last we're going to see of him anytime soon. There will be more Danny stuff in Sonic. I'm sure of it. And if there isn't, well, shame on me.
Well, something that isn't shameful is the end of this episode of the Podcast of Disaster. As always, be good to yourselves, others, and mothers, and we will see you next time.
Cheers,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody. Bye bye.